Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to yet another session of touchHLE fix and play. So today I will be continuing to make Dungeon Hunter 2 work. So last time I had some issues with OBS Studio and streaming software. Today it should be fixed, but please let me know in the chat if you have any issues with like audio or video, and I will have a look. So besides that, I did some programming off camera, and I reached, I guess, pretty good state for this game. It's still not booting up properly, but well, it's still not booting up into the game itself, but you can see the starting screen. So let me see. I guess I can start by showcasing the current state of affairs, let's say. So I'm not sure if full screen mode will work, but I will try because I have two monitors and sometimes it doesn't work properly. But let's see. So as usual, compilation time and stuff. Okay, so this time it's also launching on my main screen and not the one what I'm sharing here. So we will be trying to launch it in kind of window mode. So let's see if Scale Hack 3 does work as expected. So it does launch into the main screen right now, and just to be clear, I'm still on my development branch. This is not yet available in trunk, and I think I can try to start the game, but when it will crash, or maybe not. Let me see. I guess I need to clean up a little bit. Okay, let me try again. I don't remember what is the exact state of a branch. Okay, it does load, but maybe the new game which I have some issues with. So let me try to do a clean run, and by clean run I mean I will remove the saves what I have right now for this game. And I think I can do so by just running rm rf in the sandbox of touchHLE, and this should clean up all of the saves. So this is not a safe operation to run, so do that only if you really want to reset the game content. Okay, I guess this is another issue what I have right now with this game, but when you try to start, okay, let me see if I can reduce the volume. Yeah, let's go to something like 60. Anyway, when I try to start the game, I could not really enter the name right now, and I guess I know what is the issue. Yeah, so let's try to fix that. Okay, so I already have my IDE open. Let me see if I can increase a little bit the font so it will be readable. And so I believe the issue is this UI text field. Basically, we have UI text field did change notification, but we actually do not send this one. So probably how does it work for the game? It opens up the screen containing UI text field, and when you make it activated by clicking in it, you start to write some text or type some characters, and normally on each new character the operation system iOS sends a notification called UI text field text did change notification containing the text, and this one gets processed by the game itself, so the game can update the content of the text field. So I believe this is actually the problem what we are facing right now. And yeah. Okay, so I think I already have a patch what does exactly what I want. I just need to find it. Well, I think I can share it. So right now I am on the branch called Dungeon Hunter, and this is just handful commits away from trunk, and the one what I'm interested in is on my another branch. I don't remember how I called it. Yeah, this is probably something what have to do with the DH2s, which stands for Dungeon Hunter. And then yeah, I don't know, I need to see what was the fix. So it was probably related to UI text field something. Yeah, so I guess that's the fix. So I guess that's the fix. I guess we can just copy paste it here, and we need to write some explanation on why this is working. Yes, so this will work only if all of the text label changes are all of the text label changes will call set text. All the text label changes will call set text. This is the case right now, and see handle text. Handle text and handle backspace. Backspace helper functions below. What else to do? I remember you posted photos on Twitter showing Angry Birds and Fruit Ninja running. Why didn't that make into the main touchHLE? So there are several issues, and just to be on the same page, let me actually find those. I don't remember what it was like. So I guess this is one about the Angry Birds, what you are mentioning. So the problem with this game, what there is an issue with how touchHLE currently managing threads, and there is some issues preventing it to work properly on the trunk. What you see here is based on the horrible hack, which will not be accepted. And we do have some, let's say, work in progress by other contributor to improve how touchHLE manages threads and scheduling. Basically, it's something what we called internally coroutines. And this is not yet merged. So I guess once it will be available in the preview builds of touchHLE, maybe Angry Birds will work. And about Fruit Ninja, so Fruit Ninja using MPEG for MPEG-4 AAC for the audio, for the music, and touchHLE right now doesn't support that. We have some possible solution for that in the upstream crate what we are using called Symphonia, but we need to wait for them to release a new version. So once that version gets released, maybe we can provide the support for this kind of audio in touchHLE, and then probably it will work. Very cool programming, man. Yeah, thank you. So in any case, back to where we are. Right now we are trying to fix the UI text field issue, what we have in the Dungeon Hunter 2. So actually check if set text send this notif on each change. So for example, does it send the notif if text has not changed? Yeah. Okay, so let me check if it does fix the issue or not, and we can iterate from there. As usual, you need to wait a little bit for Rust to compile, but yeah, that's the life. So now the issue is that when I try to type something, it still does not show the typed characters, like you cannot see them, but if I pressed enter after I entered the text, now it shows. So I think it should do the job for now. Okay, chat, whom I should use? Which class should I use here? Warrior, rogue, or mage? I usually go with the warrior because this is like usual choice. So I think the audio is still a bit loud for me, so let me just decrease it a little bit. Yeah, and maybe SFX volumes will stay like this. So, warrior. Okay, as you wish. Okay. Let's call myself tester, or even better, touchHLE. And let's go with the warrior. Okay, so and now we do have a crash. So this is a new crash, and this is basically what I was talking about when I started this stream. So the problem, I believe, is in the NS file manager class, and it relates to this part. So apparently on the start of new game, the Dungeon Hunter 2 tries to remove some file, and it produces the error. So normally we ignore the error, but if application itself asks to provide information about the error, this part is not yet implemented. So first of all, let me commit the part about the UI text field text did change notification. So I will just say implement on set text. And let me also run linter. It should not cause any issues. Well, it should not detect any issues, but just in case. Okay, so it's okay to commit. And just to let you know, once again, I'm working on my own branch. This is not yet available in the preview builds. Okay, and by the way, let me rename something here. So this one I want change to step 4. Yeah. Okay, so let me go back and just to see if I can reproduce the issue. So I also want to print something like here. I want to understand what was the actual issue, so I will use log function in order to print, and I will say remove item at path, and I will print the path here. Yeah, and let me see if I rerun the application. Yeah, so as usual, some time to recompile. Okay, so it's crashing right away. This is what I would expect. And it does try to remove the save game.back, which is presumably the backup of the save game. So let me actually see what we have right now in the sandbox of touchHLE related to Dungeon Hunter. Okay, what was the bundle ID here? Okay, Game Love Dungeon Hunter 2. Okay, and then it tries to do something in the documents. Okay, and the thing is that this file is not found. Like, it tries to remove the backup, but this file does not exist. So that's why presumably we have an issue here. But in order to properly handle it, we need to refactor the remove method a little bit. So let's go and see if it's used and where it's used. Yeah, so it's used in 3 places. Unlink, remove, and and I assume as file manager remove add. Yeah. So the thing what I want to refactor is actually the error. And I think we already have some to-dos here. So basically when we return an error, we don't want it anymore to be void. We want to actually indicate type of the error. And this way we can create the instance of the NS error with a proper description and a proper error ID. Okay, so I think we already have some kind of example, yeah, FS error. So we do have some enum, what I think we can already use. Okay, so I think we're gonna try to refactor this in the same way. So I think let me split it up so I can have it as a reference, and then if we go to remove, so I want to now use fs error, and let me see what I want to remove here, what I want to return here. Okay, so parent directory is not a directory. I think it will be quite similar to what we are doing here actually. So look up parent node, okay, or error, and then we do so what we want to do here, we want to return this error, right? Non-existent parent dir. Then in the directory we will return invalid parent directory. Attempt to delete your file or directory at path, but parent is read only. Interesting. So this is similar to this one. Yeah, so we already have most of the FS errors. Okay, so I also think I will need to have some reference from the main pages about the remove. The remove function may fail and set error for any of the errors specified for the routines else.rmdir or unlink. Okay, let's see what it has to say about unlink, and we need to use second variant of the main pages. So I think it is, the file is no file, there is no file or directory with this name. So I believe this is it. The named file doesn't exist. So I believe the correct error will be something does not exist, and we should be able to use it here. fs error does not exist. Okay. What else? So the next one what we want to treat is read-only files, and they cannot be removed. But what are the errors what we want to set here? So what we have: search permission is denied, write permission is denied, here busy, e-fault, e-io, e-loop, e-name to long, e-null entry, e-not directory, perm. So I believe the one will be about read-only file system, though I'm not quite sure if it's a correct one. Like, this is not really read-only file system, it's just the fact that, I think this is not writable, so it's more probable what access denied. I guess we can say it's something like access denied for this one. So I'm not sure if we need to distinguish between search permission and write permission, but for now let's just use this one. Access denied. Directory is not empty. This one is interesting. So not empty. Not sure either. So so let's go with directory not empty, and I guess when we can iterate on this one. Directory not empty, and here we just use again access denied. Okay, now let me try to build. mismatch type. So let's use it like this for now. Okay, nice. At least it does compile. Okay. So I guess let me try again to run and see if we have this error once again. Yeah, so same error. Yeah, same error. Okay, so if we have an error here, we can do matching. Match on the error itself, and we can say something like so I would assume it will be does not exist. So does not exist when it should be to do, because this is what we want to implement. And for everything else, I don't remember how it's, yeah, for everything else it will be unimplemented. Yeah. What? Okay. So we are progressing a little bit slowly here, but well, that's the life. Yep, same error, and right now it's crashing here. So indeed, file does not exist, and what we can do here. So I do believe we have few examples about constructing NS error. So we, for example, have some kind of implementation here. I'm not sure which domain I should use and which status. So we have something similar, out error. If out error is not null, then okay, let me see if I can find. Wait, I just noticed the game minimum iOS version is 3.1.2. I thought 3.1 apps weren't supported yet. Well, the thing is what they are not supported like globally in some sense. So if you have a look at the actual warning, what is present here, it says what indeed the application is 3.1.2 and only iOS 2 and iOS 3 are currently supported. It does not mean what like there exist some exceptions. So some games like 3.1 or even 3.2 can work with touchHLE. And actually, if you check the app database right now, you will able to find few games which are already supported and have, for example, 3.2 as the minimum iOS version. So, for example, this is a case for the Red Alert iPad. I believe our example is Devil May Cry. So this is 4.1 game, but it does actually support it in the preview version of touchHLE. So there is some exceptions to this warning, but generally we only consider iOS 2 and iOS 3 as supported kind of application. Does not mean what any iOS 2 and any of iOS 3 application will work, but this is kind of claim what we have right now. Looks good now. Are you thinking of doing what after this full game fix? I don't know. We will see. We will see. As usual, cannot promise anything because this is quite explorative and usually there is way more people demanding the games than the developers who actually can do something. Okay, so I was thinking of searching about iOS domains, NS error domains. So file errors, file reading errors, no permission, too large, NS file, NS read. Yes, so probably it's NS file read invalid file name error. Or maybe it's NS file read no such file error. Okay. So now the question is, what is the So presumably what we need to use here is ns file read no such file error, and I'm not sure about the domain. So presumably again the domain is ns-coca error domain. And I guess it doesn't really hurt to define it in the same way as this one. And then for the status, so let's say pub const ns file read no such file errors, and the status code 260. Which should be ns integer, maybe? Yeah. And I believe we can define the same thing for ns-coca error domain. Yeah. So then we can yoink this part and do something similar. So for domain we will use ns-coca error domain, which we should import when we allocate the error, and for the status, for the code we will use this one, import, and then we will write an out error. Okay, well, I believe that's it. Question: what made you wanna work on touchHLE? So I don't actually remember, but I think at the time in 2023 I browsed the internet and I found this cool project called touchHLE, and at the time it was only supporting macOS and Windows, and people were asking about the Android version, but it was quite cumbersome to get it to work, and I thought to myself, why not do it? Like, why not create the Android port of touchHLE? And I spent I don't remember, few weeks I believe trying to get it work, and finally get a very hacky version which does run the Super Monkey Ball. And actually, if you want to know more, I do have a video about this. So if I find the correct link, I guess you can watch for yourself. What was the issue with DMC for refrain? Not sure what you mean by the issue. At the time, the issue was the incorrect. Well, there was two issues. The first issue was unimplemented affine transformations in touchHLE, and the second issue was unsupported after rotation. So I believe this was both fixed by Hikari, and that's why in the preview builds it does work right now. Okay, but in any case, I guess we are arriving at the version what could be working. Okay, so now it does not crash. Okay, just to be sure, I want to actually see if it's working, if it does work, if I remove the saves and start from scratch. And by the way, let me commit this as well. So framework Nesierro. Let me first run the linter. So linter, formatter and linter, just to see if we have some issues with the code itself. Okay, cool. And then we can say something like handle handle adversarial does not exist in NS file manager. NS file manager, remove item at path error method. Okay, so we allocated an error, we wrote, we initialized this error with the proper domain and proper code. User info, I don't know, like for the moment it's just nil. We wrote the error and we return false. Okay. So now I guess where it comes the fun part. I do believe we now in the state where we can actually play the game for a little bit. I don't know if it has any more issues, but I guess we find out. So let's go with the barrier, then we can So let me bring down the volume and the SFX. Okay, it should be good, and I think okay, so I guess this is the part of touchHLE Fix and Play where I can actually play the game, and we can see how far we can go today. Okay. Lord touchHLE. Is he already dead? He is dead, alright, but that runs in the family. Give me a moment. Oh, it's a miracle, truly, you are the son of the king, immortal and mighty. What happened? Who are you? Friends, touchHLE, we have come a long way to find you. Gothicus needs her king. Sorry to disappoint, but you have a wrong guy. I am no king, just another exile. Now get out here, harbor the cursed and be cursed yourself. You know the saying. You fool, what are you doing? A noise like that and every bookworm in the realm will be on us. Then we have not much time, have we? Come, Lord touchHLE, take this weapon, we mustn't stay here. Alright, you win, but once we get out of here, I want answers. Now let's get going before someone notices. Escape the swamp. Okay. Movement tutorial. If you set your control to a virtual stick, you can use it to move around. If you're using the touch control, simply tap the area you like your character to move to. You can change your control type in the options screen, accessible from the pause menu. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna switch to touch controls because it should be way easier to navigate. Well, and then what we have, some swords action. Okay, I see. Well, I think there is some issue with the movement, because if I just click around and drag the mouse, the character keeps moving, but I'm not sure if it's a game issue or touchHLE issue really. And one annoying thing, what it does not you need to press the button for the action. So for example, for this spot, I don't need to press it. And same for the chest tutorials. So if I click on it, the character goes, but you can see the animation kind of broken. And what else? I believe we have one issue in the menu itself. So for example, stats is working, inventory is working, I can auto equip all. Then we have skills, which is well not yet opened, and then you have fairies, quest journal, but if I click on the map it will crash. Yeah. And I'm not quite sure what is happening here, because it's probably, yeah, so it's undefined instruction. It is in the 0x3f something, and this is probably coming from the library functions like libc or libstd. And right now in touchHLE we are using libstd for the version, I don't even remember what is the version what we are using. Let me actually check. touchHLE libs and in the readme. So it is from iPhone 301, but this game is free 1.2. So this is one of another reasons why we are not really claiming it is as supported. In any case, I don't think I will gonna fix this one, the issue with the map. So for the moment, I guess it will be a known issue for now. But let me see if I can advance in the game itself. Oops. So yeah, some menus will crash because this is not what we support fully, but this is not a big deal, to be honest. So for example, all of the leadership and achievements will probably not work. Yeah. Okay, so let's I guess I did not save after the chest. Okay, so a little bit annoying thing what I need to press the button for the first. Let me once again auto equip. Okay, I gonna ban you, sorry, because we are not so no questions about piracy in the chat or you will be banned. Okay, so I need to use potion. Actually, let me check what happens if I die in the game. Like, I want to test if like the game over is properly implemented or not. You cannot rest, touchHLE. Gothicus needs you, or Gothicus, I don't know. Okay, and I think even the after save did not really save anything. Or did it? Okay. Skip that. Okay, nice. We can skip that as well. Okay, let's go here. Let's use that. Okay, this is potion tutorial. Doesn't matter. Okay, and I believe we can now level up. So chat, what should I level up? Strength, dexterity, endurance or energy? Okay, all points to strength. Okay, let's do that. Okay, strength and dexterity. Let's go. So I believe here, well, we have this one. Okay. So I do believe we have a side quest here. Yeah. So let's talk with this guy. Stranger, are you hungry? Plenty of mobs. Kill 8 mobs. Sure. One thing what kinda bothers me, and it's more about the game itself, you see it does select the nearest enemy, but it does not automatically start to attack it, so I need to still press. And I believe it's quite different from the first, from the Dungeon Hunter 1. So this is a bit annoying. Okay, what happened here? Let me see, the quest is kill 8 Bokmov. I think they should respawn. What iOS game do you want to get working the most? There is plenty of games what I really want to support in touchHLE, but it's quite difficult or maybe even impossible to support them. One what is kinda old, it's called Baikodai 2, and currently it's, I believe, 2-star in the touchHLE compatibility database. And basically it needs to have an implementation of all of the UI view animations. We only have a partial implementation for that part, and there is a lot of, well, not a lot, the considerable amount of UI kit classes what need to be implemented, which is really quite tricky to do. I think maybe at some point in the future it will be supported, but not now. And there is a lot more games from the, I don't know, iOS 4, iOS 5 era, which is quite difficult to support because they require to have OpenGL ES 2.0 plus support, and touchHLE right now only support OpenGL ES 1.1. Okay, so there's some more bogwamps here. Okay, so I think we can take it. More things. I think I want actually to finish the side quest first. For you. Is it here? Yeah, it should be here. So I hope they do respawn. Yeah, big moth. This is quite strange, by the way, what they did not save all of the prisoners and only the king or whatever. Who? Well, I don't even know who it is because, well, touchHLE doesn't support the video and probably there was some kind of introduction. But we only know what this is a cursed prince in exile, which we save for some reason. I want to actually see if there's our big moth. Yeah, so I hope this will be the last one. Yay, quest complete, nice. Okay, let me see what else. Okay, and we have another crash. GL multi-text chord for F. So I think I'm not quite sure what this function is for. I guess the main question is does it gets defined in both OpenGL? Yes. Multi-text coordinate for F. Yeah, so I think yeah, set the current texture coordinates, GL multi-text coord for F. Okay, well, I think it will be quite trivial to fix this one, but I think we're gonna stop for now. We already had a really good progress, and I have not yet pushed all of this to trunk, so I will probably try to clean up and see if all of the commits are in the good state in order to commit them to the trunk. But for now, I think we will stop. So thanks everyone for joining today. And if you have any last minute question, I will answer them, but otherwise I think we gonna stop here. Okay, well, thank you everyone, and see you around next time.